One.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Rhody Wrestling Recap Podcast. Today we've got an interesting one, I'd say, for you. We've got the press event from Thursday, the Friday Night Smackdown, and last night's Monday Night Raw. So let's get into it. I guess we'll just we'll go in order here. We'll just start with the press event. Started with Bianca Belair. To be honest, I don't know why she was there. Did not mean to do that intentionally. Not trying to be a poet out here or anything, but kind of pretty pointless to have her there. She kind of came out and talked about her. I don't even remember half the shit she said. So,
Can you hear my dog?
pretty much ready. No, but just pretty much ready to already move past Bianca.
Yeah, for real. She's very annoying. Her voice is very annoying.
After Bianca came out, we had
Rhea Ripley, I think. I'm pretty sure it was Rhea.
I don't remember. Didn't
Becky
Nia
Lynch
Jax
came out.
Or did Becky Lynch came out? Yeah,
And
I was gonna say I remember there being a confrontation.
She basically challenged her at WrestleMania.
That's right. And then that's what put Becky in the Elimination Chamber match, which she obviously ended up winning.
Yes, sir.
A qualifying match. She hasn't won the Chamber match yet. I don't want to wake up for that. I'm being honest. But anyway.
5 o'clock, right?
Yeah, 5 a.m.
Or is it 4:30?
5 a.m. They said it last night on Raw, multiple times.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. Why would they do that?
I don't know. It's in Australia. Why they had Bronson Reed lose, I'll never understand.
Yo, for real. Bronson Reed should be in the Elimination Chamber.
You've always given these guys to be in front of their home crowd, and then you had the Australian lose. What?
That made no sense.
But then the press event really turned up because Seth Rollins comes out, starts talking his stuff. He said, "Let's get ourselves a main event." So he calls Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes does not come out. Roman Reigns comes out, and he starts doing his talking. And he's like, "Oh, Cody Rhodes. Let's talk Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is a guy who can't make up his mind, and this and that. And now he's lost his decision to make his decision. So I'm gonna make the decision." So then he's like, "I choose The Rock."
And I fucking shit my pants. I was like,
and then
yes.
you have Seth in the background like, "It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way."
Facts.
And Roman's like, "Yes, that's how it works now." Like, no. And then The Rock comes out, and then he kind of cuts his promo, and then he has the big family tree thing come up, which that was sick.
Yeah, for real. That was pretty cool.
I did not know that Roman was the current, that The Rock was the current high chief of the bloodline. Didn't know that. But if you saw it on there, it said high chief something. I don't want to butcher it. Don't want to even try to pronounce it. But I also didn't know that Rock and Roman were the same generation.
Yeah, they're third gen.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And then it kind of, you just see all the other Anawi family. You saw the Usos, Solo,
Jacob.
You had Afa and Sika on there. You had Jacob on there. I don't know why Zilla wasn't on there.
I believe he's still under contract with MLW.
Yeah, but you can't put him on the family tree.
I don't believe so. Because they don't have the rights to his name or something.
That's so dumb. But anyway, so, you see all these generations of guys on that. And then The Rock's saying, how this is going to be the biggest main event of all time. And this is, a battle forged in blood. And then they kind of, dap up and hug. And then you hear, hold on. Oh, great.
This is
and then
bullshit.
Then Rock calls him a crybaby on the Pat McAfee show before, and he comes out and turns into a little crybaby. He's like, "It is not yours to decide. It is mine. I win the Royal Rumble." Shut up. Cody, nobody likes you.
This is
Unfortunately,
bullshit.
Unfortunately, a lot of people like Cody. If you are a Cody fan, you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna hear Cody love here anymore. This guy right. Well, I don't know where he has me on his screen. I don't know if he's below or to the side, whatever. Used to be a huge Cody fan, but he is not anymore. I think he's kind of moved away.
You guys
from that.
killed it for me. You are the reason I don't like Cody anymore. You. Not him himself.
Anyway.
You guys.
Cody's like, I choose you, Roman Reigns.
And I was like, are you
He's a
serious?
damn Pokemon or something. And then, we get the, Roman's like, what are you doing? You had your opportunity. Go sit at the number 2 table with the number 2 champion. He's like, you're this, you're that, you're irrelevant. Just like your dad. And I was like, oh, here we go again.
Oh, burn!
So then, you see Cody, he goes to say something, he's like, oh. And then, so, he's like, yep, go figure, right? So then he starts saying, he's like, you brought up my dad, so I'm going to do the same. He's like, you guys brought up that family tree. He's like, if your grandfather and his grandfather were here, they'd be ashamed. And the camera pans on Roman and Cody, but then it backs up slightly, and then you just see The Rock, move his big-ass head on it. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Shit's about to get real.
So he's like, when you talk about his family, you talk about mine. When you talk about his ancestors, you talk about mine. When you talk about his blood, you talk about mine. So now we have a problem. And Cody and Rock are, right here. And then you just hear... Oh, you're lagging again.
Damn.
But yeah, so then you
guess
hear
I'm
that,
lagging for the rest of the episode.
You get the big not fight, because it was all verbal, but... And then you get that little backstage thing with Triple H, where he's talking about how everyone's kind of going into work for themselves. Yeah. And Rock's like, have him talk shit about our family again, I'll knock his fucking teeth out. And then Roman says something to Triple H. It sounds like he says,
You're lucky we were here.
Which I
believe
didn't
that's
understand.
what he said.
But then Triple H is like, you are too. So I was like, what? That part didn't make sense to me. But then the video of them all leaving together, I was like, oh fuck, shit's about to go down. I'm like, we had this whole buildup of Rock versus Roman, and now Rock and Roman are this.
Yes, sir.
So, which tells me Roman's not dropping the title at WrestleMania.
I don't know.
And then we'll get into it, and I'll kind of talk about it when we start to talk about Raw. But there's a part, what I told you before we started.
I don't remember.
All right, well, we'll talk about it anyway. But so that happened. So I guess then we can just kind of move into SmackDown. So it starts off with Triple H, Nick Aldis, and Adam Pearce all in the ring. Well, no, they were in the ring. Triple H had come out to his music. And he's like, oh, the only one making decisions here, you're looking at him. And then he kind of starts talking shit about The Rock and using some of The Rock's, little one-liners. Says something about knowing your role.
It doesn't matter what you say or something.
Yeah, he's like, it doesn't matter what you think was going to happen or whatever. Triple H just thinking he's fucking funny, which he's not. So that happened.
Triple H is so dry.
It will be Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. And then they're kind of... So then I remember Nick kind of gets on the mic and starts talking about the landscape for Elimination Chamber. Which we then get a couple of qualifying matches, I believe. So the first one was the not LA Knight. Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles match. Which LA Knight at the end had come in and pretty much cost AJ Styles the match.
Yep.
Leaving Drew McIntyre to win.
Yep.
So he was the first entrant into the chamber.
So we got Drew McIntyre.
Yep. So then they moved into the women's chamber. We got Bianca Belair versus Michin, which is another match. I'm gonna be honest, for everybody watching, I don't remember much of the actual details from SmackDown. I'm literally looking at like the card right now on a tab.
Yeah, I don't
So
remember anything from SmackDown.
for some reason, I just can't
completely
remember
honest.
much happening. Yeah. So then we had Bianca Belair versus Michin. Bianca Belair wins that. She ends up the first person into the chamber, or the women's chamber.
Which was obvious. Why would you have Michin win?
You wouldn't. Like, if she was facing, like, I don't know. If she was facing somebody else, like, maybe, but when you're fighting Bianca Belair, and you just had Bianca Belair at the WrestleMania press event, odds are, Michin ain't winning.
For real.
So, and then there was the Bayley promo, which then Dakota Kai ends up coming out. She was like, "Hey, what the heck's going on? Why are you ghosting me?" And she was like, "I've been trying to reach you all week." Bayley goes, "Oh, what happened?" Like, you know, Dakota goes, "Oh, I'm close to being cleared. I had to go to the doctor." Bayley pretty much calls that bullshit. She's like, "You knew all along." Dakota's trying to defend herself. And then the Kabuki Warriors and Io Sky come out. And they kind of go around the ring. Dakota goes and grabs a chair. And
I thought she was going to go for Bayley.
I wasn't sure, but I was like, the way she's standing on the just inside the ropes, not right next to Bayley, I was like, she's gonna join forces. But no, she didn't. She went after, I forget whoever the one was on the hard cam side. I forget which one. And she started hitting all them. And then dropped the chair and kind of, I guess, proved herself to Bayley that she's like, I'm standing with you for right now.
Yeah. I don't think, if we're talking about the Elimination Chamber, I do not believe that Bianca Belair will win that.
She's like,
I
just can't see why.
I think it's going to be Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus the Kabuki Warriors.
You think? They haven't really done anything with Jade Cargill since the Royal Rumble, so it's like, what are they doing? That's my only thing. It's like she hasn't done anything since the Rumble.
Yeah.
So.
I forgot to leave the Xbox party and Ronnie just joined.
He just texted me saying I'm back. But yeah, I can't see Bianca winning the chamber.
I think it's either going to be Liv Morgan or Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I'd have to see who else is going to be in the chamber. Because there's obviously still 3 other slots.
Yep.
Oh. But yeah, so then after that, there was the DIY versus Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
I thought DIY was going to win.
Wait, what?
I thought DIY was going to win.
We didn't win. I don't remember seeing that. So, damn, I don't.
Yeah, they did not win.
Are they like? Do they cut things from the replays? Because I don't even remember seeing that match. Maybe I did, and I just wasn't paying attention.
No, that match was pretty good. If you saw it, you would have remembered.
I'm telling you, they must be cutting things from the replays then. Like, because I've been watching the replays on Hulu.
Yeah.
And it's like, I thought that when I was watching Raw, I was like, man, this is like really short for being a 3-hour show. I was like, this don't feel right. I'm like, oh, this is the end? Okay. But yeah, so I don't remember seeing that. Oh, maybe I do? I don't. Oh, no, I do. I think I do remember seeing this. I lied. I'm watching like the highlights of it. I think I do remember seeing that. But yeah, so Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate win. I can't see them taking down the Judgment Day. If it was DIY, then I could have, but I can't see them beating the Judgment Day at Elimination Chamber.
Absolutely not.
I would be totally down for a tag team elimination chamber.
Yeah, but we're not getting that.
No, I know, but it'd be sick.
No, yeah, that would be a sick match. We had it for the first ever women's champion.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
And Bailey and
I do
Sasha
remember
won.
that.
That was a sick match.
Oh yeah, Sasha got name dropped.
She did?
I think it was on. I think when Bailey was talking about being the first, I think she like name dropped her and Sasha being the first, something like that. I remember Sasha being name dropped. So I was
I'm telling you, I don't remember anything.
I'm completely
Smackdown.
like fuzzy right now. I can't remember it. Yeah, like I'm just looking at the card and trying to remember what I can.
You keep saying
and
stuff,
then you just
and
had
then I like slightly remember it because you said it.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't remember SmackDown. I'm gonna have to like start watching them. Like, I'm gonna have to like watch both episodes and then like come on here, or like I need to start taking notes again. I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
But and then we had the Randy Orton Sami Zayn qualifying match for the Chamber, and Randy Orton won that. That was a pretty good match. I do remember seeing that.
The finish was good.
Sammy looked really good, but Randy ends up winning, and it kind of sets Sammy like to kind of figure out his road to WrestleMania. So that's gonna be, I guess, kind of interesting.
I don't see why they didn't have both of them go into the Chamber. Like, I don't see why they didn't have them both face different people and have them both.
I think they're trying to build something here with Sammy because he had something on Raw too. He had, what did he do on Raw?
That was the main event, Shinsuke.
Yeah. And was that for the chamber? Was that to go into the chamber? No, that wouldn't make sense. But yeah, so, and then he lost that too, which I don't know what they're doing with Sammy right now, but it seems like they keep giving him the spotlight, so interested to see what he's going to be doing at WrestleMania.
If anything. I'm sure he'll be there.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's
gonna have to do
there,
something.
But...
I mean, Sami Zayn's kind of one of the top guys right now, I'd argue.
For sure.
But that kind of does it for SmackDown. We move on to Raw. So we had the Jey Uso and New Day versus... Well, actually, it started with the Cody Rhodes promo. Did that? No, that didn't start Raw. I don't know. I don't know what I'm... So we had the Jey Uso and New Day versus Imperium match. That was actually really, really good.
No, yeah, that was really good.
Imperium kind of just looked befuddled, while the New Day and Jey kind of looked really, really good.
Yeah.
Especially Jey, going into his one-on-one title match with Gunther next week.
I think he wins.
Jey getting the pin, obviously that helped.
Is that a hot take?
Kind of get him. If it wasn't Raw, then I would agree.
So it's a hot take?
I think so. I can't see them ending the longest reigning Intercontinental Championship reign on a Raw before WrestleMania.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
It could. But at the same time, I think...
Where else would it end, though? Because he won't be able to go to a pay-per-view. Until WrestleMania.
Yeah. I think it should at WrestleMania, but at the same time, like, I don't think Jey can afford that loss.
No.
Because he hasn't really done anything since entering the singles scene, and, like, he had a world title opportunity and lost.
Because of his brother?
He hasn't... Yeah, and I mean, he probably could have won that, but, like, he hasn't done anything really of any significance since becoming a main eventer, so to say, even though now he's like in the mid card.
Yeah, I don't know why they call him main event Jey Uso.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He's not a main eventer.
He hasn't been. They haven't been treating him like one, which is kind of annoying. It's like you built him up to be a main eventer, and it never happened. And then we get the second match was Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus Bobby Lashley versus Bronson Reed. And this is kind of what I was talking about earlier, is that, like, I don't understand why you had Bobby Lashley win this match, because you've given all your other guys, when they're at a pay-per-view in their hometown, this big opportunity to perform in front of the fans, and you had the Australian lose.
He did tweet about it, and I think Nick Aldis responded, and he said there's still time, or something like that.
I'm checking Twitter right now. Bronson Reed.
I'm pretty sure.
Reed.
He said, like, I've been dreaming about...
Oh, that was USA Network. He said, my whole life I've dreamed of wrestling on a WWE PLE in my home country. I failed my people, myself, and my family. Sorry. And then USA Network said, there's still some time. Would love to see you find your way there.
So I believe he will end up at the pay-per-view in some capacity.
I guess.
But it just would have been cooler to see him in the chamber.
I mean, he wasn't gonna... I don't think he would be put over to win the chamber. But, I mean, just to get him to... I mean...
They would have fucking really cheered his ass on, bro. That crowd would have been crazy for him.
I don't know. I mean, we've never seen the Australian crowd, so, like, I'm interested to see how they react.
No, they're crazy. I know some Australian people. They're crazy about wrestling.
Yeah, obviously we've never seen an Australian event, so. But, like, hometowns kind of always get behind their guys.
Yeah.
Like Chicago with Punk, Montreal with Sami Zayn. When I remember whenever it used to go to Massachusetts and John Cena would show up.
Yep.
Hometowns just always get behind their guys. But yeah, so Bobby Lashley won that. It was a good match. I honestly thought Bronson Reed was going to win.
For sure. I thought he was going to win as well.
But yeah, Bobby Lashley ended up winning that, which then led into the sit-down interview, another one with Sami Zayn and Jackie Redmond, kind of talking about Sami's future and all that, and kind of just saying how he has to continue to believe in himself and this and that. And then there was the Shinsuke interruption, which led to their match.
Yep.
I don't remember a lot of what Shinsuke was saying, like, oh, you've had all the glory in the moments, but you act like you're in misery, and
yep,
I'm gonna do pretty much what I'm gonna do to you, what I did to Cody, which then there was also a little backstage thing with Cody and Sami. Cody came up to Sami, he was like, listen, you're not the only one that believes in you, like, I believe in you, go do your thing. Which I guess that was cool. And then we had the Cody-Seth promo. Cody came out. He was kind of talking about... I honestly don't even remember much of what he said, but because I do remember... sorry if you can hear my dog, which you probably can't.
Seth was spitting, bro.
But yeah, so... I mean, yes, I think Seth kind of ran that promo.
Carried that promo.
Yeah, Cody was kind of talking his crap about Roman, and then kind of started talking about his crap about The Rock and all this and that. Which then Seth comes out, and he's like, oh, I kind of created this monster, didn't realize what he'd become, and now it's a two-headed monster because he has the one person that's selfish enough and glorified enough, or whatever. I forget exactly how he worded it. He's like, he's got The Rock by his side now. He's like, and then he starts. Well, Seth was like, "Oh, we came down those stairs for the first time, and you know, kind of made some Shield references at one point." He's like, "I didn't." Again, like I said, he said he didn't really realize like the monster that Roman Reigns would become. And then he's like, "There's one person that's good enough to be like the Shield, on your back or whatever, or be your." So another Shield reference.
Yep.
He's like, they once won this. He was like, "Oh, this guy they once called the Architect," and he's like, "Now I'm a visionary, a revolutionary, Seth." Rollins. He drops the mic. I'm like, you have the two guys in the ring that I'm just so over with.
Yeah,
now
for
that
real.
It's like, I don't really care.
No, but Seth
so that was
spits every single time. Seth is great on the mic.
Yeah, I mean, he got good promos, but I'm kind of just over him at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, he kind of just brought up the whole bloodline. He's like, "But I've got your back," which I kind of don't see happening.
You think he'll turn?
Cody has a 3-0 edge on Seth. Why would Seth want to help Cody? All of a sudden, he wants to be Cody's friend because he's going up against Roman and The Rock?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like Seth even said, he goes, "Now you and I haven't always seen eye to eye, but a couple weeks back you told Roman you didn't want to just take his title from him, you wanted to take everything, and deep in my soul I felt that. That was why at the press conference when The Rock put his hands on you, that's why I stepped up. Because I'm sick and tired of people like The Rock, people like Roman, these arrogant, entitled pricks who think they can do whatever they want. They can throw their weight around, they can make any decision that they want with no consequences. I'm sick and tired of them always getting away with it. And I gotta admit something to you right now. The man Roman Reigns it's partly my fault." And that's when I started to say, we came down those stairs in tactical vests, we were brothers. Taught him everything he knows, and partly responsible for the man that he has become. Now he's a two-headed monster. Because the person on his side is entitled and as selfish as he is.
Yep.
So that kind of happened, and then that was just kind of that.
I still want to see a tag team match.
Kind of said like, "Oh, I'll be your Shield against them or whatever," and it was kind of corny, but
I don't think that's what we're getting, but I would like to see it.
No, I don't know what I have no idea what's gonna happen at this point.
Well, the teaser trailer they dropped made it seem like it was going to be a tag team match.
Yeah.
And the end of the press event seemed like it was going to be a tag team match.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they revealed more in that teaser trailer, but like they didn't. It just said all we know is Cody and Roman.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I personally hope that Randy Orton wins the Elimination Chamber and faces Rollins.
Yeah, that could be good. That could be really good. Give Randy another title run.
Yeah.
And then we got the Liv Morgan, Zoe Stark Women's Elimination Chamber match. Liv Morgan winning that, which I feel like we kind of knew. I don't think Zoe Stark really has a place at the top for right now, or a place at a title shot anytime soon. Whereas we kind of knew with Liv Morgan coming back and kind of that angle she was coming with in this revenge tour, like, yeah, she was going to probably win her match into the chamber match. So
I really hope she doesn't win the chamber. I hope it's Becky.
I mean, yeah, it would feed the story, because, like, but Liv, you got to remember, Rhea's the one that took out Liv Morgan.
Yeah, but I don't really like Liv Morgan.
So, I mean, obviously, people like Becky would be a bigger name, but, like, if you're feeding into that Liv Morgan revenge tour, like, her winning makes sense.
Yeah.
And then you had this fourth match, which we were talking about before. I didn't remember. It was R-Truth versus JD McDonough. JD McDonough ended up winning. And then the Judgment Day started to jump R-Truth again. DIY had come out and had helped R-Truth. And R-Truth had gone up and thanked them and called them DX.
Yo, R-Truth is so funny.
He was like, "Oh, thanks, DX." And then he called
Heartbreak
Gargano,
Kid, Hunter Hearst,
Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, and he called Ciampa Triple H. And then there was I saw Johnny Gargano tweeted something. John, what am I doing? No. Gargano. There was a shirt where it was a DIY shirt, but then over the Y they put an X, the green X. Can I share my screen on here? Share my screen. See if I can do this right. Okay, so it won't let me for some reason. This app doesn't have permission. Okay, well, whatever. But it's a DIY shirt, and over the where the Y, so it's DIY.
Yeah.
But over the Y they put like the green X, so it says dicks. And Gargano tweeted this. He's like, I don't think we can do this, guys. And he tweeted at WWE Shop, and it actually is. It's a pretty cool looking shirt. It's pretty funny. But yeah, so that happened. JD, like I said, JD won that. And then there was that little Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn segment. And then Becky Lynch came out, talk about her future and all that, and she was like, "Oh, you know, everything I've done here is, what my life has become. It's like, oh, it's how I've done this. It's how I met my husband. It's how I have my daughter." And she's like, even at 3 years old, they've had to have some tough conversations with her. She's had to, explain why there's days where she can't pick her up because, like, when she had a separated shoulder, or why her face is broken and bloody. And then she was like, I have to explain to her why her daddy wants to beat up Maui.
That was funny.
And the crowd laughed at that. I thought that was pretty creative. And then Nia Jax had come out, and she's like, "Oh, I hope one day if I can be lucky enough to become a mother," which I was like, ain't no one making that a mother.
Hey, yo. Calm down.
I mean, I'm an asshole, so it is what it is. But then she's like, I hope that I can be half the mother that you are, or whatever. And she kind of seemed like genuine, which we should have known.
She wasn't.
She wasn't being genuine. She's like, with that drive and passion you have, there's nothing that's going to stop you from winning that match and going to WrestleMania. And then she was like, just like nothing's going to stop me from beating Rhea and becoming the women's world champion. And at WrestleMania, it's going to be you versus me. And then Rhea comes out and they all start fighting. So yeah, that happened. And then
no way
LA Knight versus...
No way Rhea drops the title in her home country. There's no shot. She's
Australian too, right?
There's no shot.
Yeah, I don't think so.
There is no shot.
I can't see them wanting to make Nia Jax champion.
No way.
I don't know. I can't see that happening.
Yeah, that's the main event.
Damn.
Because she's like the most over Australian right now.
Man, I just miss when Elimination Chamber actually used to have like the titles up for grabs.
Yeah.
And now the Elimination Chamber matches are just number one contendership matches. It's like,
I mean, last year it was for the U.S. Championship. It was still a good match.
Like,
though.
I want to see the world title defended. I want to see the WWE title defended. I want to see these guys fighting for everything.
Yeah, but Roman Reigns is not stepping inside of an elimination chamber.
Obviously, but like Dude, could you imagine if they did and he won, bro? I think that would kind of like really prove, because like everyone's saying like, oh, go prove yourself that you can be that guy, that you can win on your own. Dude, you win the chamber, bro. There's no doubting what Roman's gonna do.
So I saw something about The Rock and his contract. How it's
I did not see anything.
It's a 2-match contract or something.
Oh, you know what? I do remember seeing something about that. Yeah.
Is that true?
I have no idea. I've probably seen the one post that you saw, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that happened. And then we got the LA Knight versus Ivar match.
Which was crazy.
I gotta say, I disagree with the result.
Ivar should have won that.
Ivar should have 100% won that match and put him. Could you imagine Ivar in an elimination chamber?
Ivar and Bronson Reed? Bro.
Dude, Ivar absolutely deserves more respect. Listen, I get it. He's technically in a tag team. Like, his partner is going to come back at some point. I don't even know what the hell's wrong with him. I think it's a foot injury.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Like, we should absolutely be giving Ivar a run at the top. LA Knight has had multiple opportunities and hasn't done anything with them. You know, he lost to Roman twice.
I don't know why he's still over.
He's just that guy. Like, he's not going to go away, which is fine because I like LA Knight. He's a great entertainer, but he's had multiple chances. I think it's kind of time to move him to the back of the line for now.
Yeah. But they didn't do that.
Him winning that, I kind of didn't like. I thought Ivar looked really, really good. I thought Ivar had the match. I really thought he did. And then Ivar almost took out Valhalla. He stopped for a second, which gave LA Knight just enough time to hit his finisher and get the victory.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking through the card. There's things I don't remember. I'm telling you, I think they cut things out of the replays.
Probably.
Which is annoying as hell. Because apparently there was a Chelsea Green segment with Adam Pearce and Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell that I don't remember seeing.
I think Indy Hartwell is going to be in the Elimination Chamber as well. Because she's Australian.
So. I have no idea. And then you had the Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura, which... that was a good match. I was surprised that Shinsuke actually got a win for once. So, there's that. Shinsuke actually won, which, you know, really puts Sami Zayn down and really kills... not that he's had any momentum going into WrestleMania or going into the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, but... or PLE, sorry.
Can we go back to Smackdown real quick? Can we talk about how much pain Randy Orton was in after that superplex? You could see it in his face.
But there hasn't been anything said, so it's like, I wonder if he was just overselling.
He might have been, but he looked like he was in pain.
He looked like he was in pain, yeah. No, for sure.
I was oh shit, something might have happened. But nothing ever came out, so he's probably fine.
So it's like, if it was a real injury or something, you know.
That was a pretty brutal superplex too.
Yeah, that one. It did look like it hurt.
Yeah.
But then again, a lot of superplexes look like they hurt. I know I couldn't take one. But yeah, so back to Shinsuke and Sami. Shinsuke kind of dominated the match. There was one point, really kind of towards the end, that Sami started to take over. But then Drew came out. And of course, whenever someone comes out, you just have to be distracted for some reason. Like, how about just worry about the match? Because, like, if they touch you, you win.
Yeah.
But he looked at him, leading Shinsuke to hit his finisher and win for the first time. And I couldn't even tell you how long it's been.
Probably a few years.
Which that then
it feels like it.
And I didn't even know that was the end. I was like, oh, well, like I said, I swear they're cutting things out, and it felt extremely short. I was like, oh, that's might have to watch Raw like on the USA app or whatever.
Yeah.
Because clearly Hulu's cutting things out. So. Because there was things there that I do not remember seeing this morning. So, but yeah, that's that. We're going into, we'll have Friday Night Smackdown we're gonna have Roman and The Rock on, so that should be pretty cool.
Yes,
I got Friday night off, so I'll actually be able to watch SmackDown and be able to enjoy it in real time. I won't be seeing any spoilers on Twitter while I'm stuck at work. So really excited for that. And we found that out actually on SmackDown. There was a little backstage segment with Triple H and Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
And then Paul Heyman had kind of walked up, and feeding into that, Braun Breaker's the next Paul Heyman guy. Which that would be crazy. And so Triple H was like, "Oh, what do you want?" He's like, "Oh, I just want to let you know that your tribal chief will be here next Friday." And then he walks away, and he's like, "I'll also have The Rock."
I wonder what they're gonna say.
He said that he'll also have The Rock on Friday. So it's like, is The Rock a Paul Heyman guy?
Oh shit.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I'm just really interested to see how that storyline plays out. But there's a lot of different things where I think the way it's building, I cannot see Roman dropping the title at WrestleMania. I think Cody continues to fail.
I don't know. I think he wins. I think Cody wins at Mania.
But I just can't see Roman dropping the title.
I really wish it was Rock Roman, but whatever.
So do all the regular normal people, not the Cody crybabies. Which we are not.
I used to be.
Yeah, you used to be. I'm so glad you're not anymore, because that shit was annoying.
I just think...
Kid was like, the Cody.
Alright.
Had to get that in there, just enough so you can see.
Nah, I feel like he's gonna win, though. I feel like he'll finish his story.
Or do they pull something and they do what they did to his dad?
Damian Priest? Sure.
No, I mean, I don't know exactly what happened with Dusty in the WWE title or whatever, but imagine they'd be like, "Nah, you did something," and they hand it back to Roman. They'd be like, "Nah, you cheated. Roman's still, you're the winner by this, or you're the winner by something." But, or like if Roman if they do catch like disqualification or something, so Cody's like the winner by disqualification, but they're like disqualification. Champion's advantage.
Yeah.
Roman's still your world heavyweight or your undisputed champion.
That would be some shit. To end WrestleMania, not even just any PLE like that.
End WrestleMania.
That would be ass. That would be terrible.
And the thing is Philly fans are freaking crazy. Insane. They would burn down the stadium.
Probably.
They would probably burn it down. I think that's kind of crazy to say, because I don't think they would end the main event of WrestleMania on a disqualification. But it's like, how do you have Cody win, but Roman retain
on a count out?
You could do that too. Anything that would play into Roman's champion advantage. I can't see it just being Cody, Roman, and The Rock not being involved, or Seth not being involved, or any of the Bloodline not being involved.
I could, now thinking about it, I could see Seth turning. 100%.
Like I said, Seth could be kind of like, "Oh yeah, I'm by your side. I've got your 6," but really, he's just like, "I'm gonna screw you over, buddy."
Yeah. I can see that happening.
Cody's undefeated against Seth. Why would, just because The Rock slapped him, he wants to help him? They use Seth as as a hit piece for his return. So it's like, why would he want to help him?
Yeah.
So, could see it happen. Could see a lot of things happen. I think this is one of those WrestleManias like where we don't know what's going to happen.
Which I'm kind of excited for.
Like, we saw that, we were talking about it, I think, before we started, but the only ones that know about the finish are Nick Khan and Triple H, and they're trying to keep it that way.
Yep.
Like, it is 100% under locks that, like, nobody knows.
Which makes me believe more that Cody Rhodes is going to win.
See, that, to me, it feeds the other way.
Really?
Yeah, because you wouldn't want people knowing that Cody's going to lose again.
You wouldn't want people knowing he's going to win.
I mean, again, see, this is a thing. You can make the argument either way. It's one of those WrestleManias where we don't know what's going to happen.
For sure.
The only thing that right now I would say that, like, and we haven't seen a lot of build-up for it, which is kind of annoying, but, like, I really wanted to see a Jay Jimmy build-up.
I don't think we're getting that.
I don't think so anymore.
I think we get.
Sucks.
I think we get Jay Gunther.
Well, Jay Gunther is Raw.
I know, but I think we get like a whole feud.
Maybe
going into Mania.
I don't know, but that kind of, I guess, wraps it up. Talked about the press event. Talked about Smackdown. Talked about Raw. Talked about Mania a little bit. We'll be back next week with our next episode with Raw and or SmackDown and Raw.
Yep.
That's
you want to talk about 2K?
Talk about what?
2K or no?
No, we can talk about that like in another episode.
All right.
Once more comes out and we kind of see more, I guess. Because we've only been getting like minute clips and things like that, so it's like. But that's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for continuing to tune in and watch. Make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button if you are not subscribed. We are releasing videos every week, trying to be as consistent as possible. Trying to keep you guys entertained. If you guys ever have any ideas, leave it in the comments. Drop a like, share this with your friends. If you're listening to the audio version of this, hit the follow, download the episode, whatever it is. Any support appreciated. We are also on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Linktree will be on all our socials, so you guys can find it. Follow us all there, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.